Hi and welcome, I'm Jessica Shales, and if you didn't see last week's post, it was on building traffic to your website. It was quite theory heavy and we talked about a lot of strategies, and one of those was how to gain repeat traffic. A great way to do that is if you've got any kind of social media accounts like Facebook. So this week I want to show you how to create your own Facebook page. It's a great way for your audience to be alerted to any new content that you have or any information or news that you want to share with them, and then go back to your website. It's a great tool for building a relationship. So let's get started. So the best way to share your content from your website or your business is to create a page on website. You could also create a group, but that's more for a community. You can't use a personal profile to talk about a business. It's against Facebook terms and conditions, so you need to create a page instead. In order to create a page, you do need a personal profile. So I'm using Jessica Shales, but if you don't have one, then you could just create a skeleton profile. You don't have to add your pictures or anything like that, but you need a profile of some sort in order to add a page. I hope that makes sense. So go ahead, log into Facebook, and then choose the country, your main country that you're based in. You won't be limited to be shown in this country, but you need to do that. And then select create page. Now here you have to select the category that is most appropriate to the type of page. I'm creating it for a website that I made around my diet. I've got sort of a restrictive diet. I don't eat dairy or meat. So I made this little website here, Food Love Diary, where I just kind of share some of the recipes that I make. So anyway, that's it. So I've had a look at these, and I think that this one is the best fit for the website. So I'm just going to press this, and then I need to put in what the name of it is. So Food Love Diary. Agree to the terms and conditions, or have a look through if you want to familiarise yourself with them, and get started. The first step after this is to add a profile picture, and the best thing to do is to add a square one of some sort. So if you have a brand logo, then try to add a square format or maybe a rounded format of it as a profile picture. If you haven't created your business or brand logo yet, then make sure that when you do create one, you are able to have it in a square form in some way, because you're going to need to if you're doing anything to do with social media, and a lot of places you'll need to be able to do that. So I'm going to upload mine from the computer, and I've just made that little heart in, let's have a look, on my crowded desktop. There we go, Food Love. That should be fine. If you don't have some image editing software, then I have talked about it in previous posts, and I'll add some links to that so that you can muck about with an image and get it prepared. This is taking some sweet time to load up. Right, okay, we're ready. Next. I just need to explain a little bit about this, and I might want to, and then in here you want to put the address to your website. So I'm just going to copy it in Food Love Diary. I'm not going to put too much in here because I know that's kind of boring for you. I've just quickly added something so that it's in there so you can see where it will show. Save info. You can also come back to it if you want to. And set the address. So I'm happy with facebook.com Food Love Diary. It's great that you can add it at this point, because before you needed to get about over 25 likes before you could do this. You just have to load numbers and not a very pretty link. So you can add whatever you like, or you can change it. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to set the address. Okay, so now I have my page. It's set up, and it will actually take me around. So you can just follow the guide if you want to, but I'm going to show you the most important bits and how to deal with them. So first things first, like your own page. That'll be your first like. Then you can invite friends that you have. The important thing to remember with this is that although it might be nice to bolster up numbers initially, your friends might not be interested in what it is that you're doing, and eventually they probably will unfriend you because it means that you might be flooding their stream with something that they're not actually interested in. So it can be a nice idea to begin with, but maybe try not to invite anyone who it's not that relevant to. But consider it. Next one, invite your email contacts. If you have an existing business and you have an email list, then that can be a great thing to do. And just start off by posting on the wall, by introducing yourself, just so that when people come here initially, there is something here. Now, once all of that is done, you can see there isn't a whole lot going on, and it prompts you to add a cover. I'm going to show you what this looks like on another one of my pages. so you have an idea what's going on. So this is the Everything for Redheads page, and this is what is a cover photo. And this is my profile picture, so you can see how that's looking. Another example would be the Fluid Webworks one, and you can see how I've made a cover photo there, and the profile picture here, and you can kind of see the the layout. If ever you do want to move between different profiles, then just press this downward arrow, and you can select whichever group you want to pay some attention to. This shows you what you're logged in as. So if you're logged in as your personal profile, it will say, for example, Jessica Shales up here. But at the moment, I'm actually using Facebook as Fluid Webworks. If I go back to Food Love Diary, then I'm using it now as Food Love Diary. And if I want to see my own profile, just my own normal information, then I can just go to Jessica Shales instead. So I'm going to quickly show you how to add a cover, and then I think we'll leave it for this lesson and have a look at how to add links to your Facebook profile in another place. So to create a cover photo, you need some kind of edit image and software, but you don't have to pay or to use anything very complicated. There's some great tools available on the web, which I'll link to, that you can use instead. In order to create your cover photo, then you need to create an image that's about this size. And the size of this, the canvas size, is 850 pixels wide by 315, and that's the ideal size for your Facebook picture, cover photo. So if you're not sure what kind of things to put in here, Facebook are really specific about not using any commercial stuff that tells people to go to your website, tells them anything about sales. Look at the terms and conditions for really specific stuff, but you can't just use this as a big advert. The best thing to do is to use things that are related to what your target market are interested in. So for example, I might want to put things on healthy food. A great source of really reasonably priced images and really great quality is Fotolia. And this is something that I'll link to as well. This is a selection of images that I've got together along the theme of loving food, and I've just sort of added a sort of a folder. What I can do is select some of these and sort of drop them into my cover photo and then save that. So it's a great place to start. I'm going to get on with that and then I'll come back in a second. Hey, so what I've done is try to be consistent with the website. I've used the same branding in the top, and I've just stuck in some little hearts of food and stuff. One of the things to remember is to leave a little bit of room here because the profile picture will overlap this picture a bit. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So this is just something that I've stuck together. I'll probably change it later. So save the image so that you can then upload it to Facebook. To do that, you need to go ahead and add a cover. Just pay a bit of attention to what they say here. Choose from, oh no, not choose from photos. Just did that a bit quickly. Upload a photo instead. And I'm going to go to Food Love Cover Photo, which is what I've called it. Now it's just uploading. And you can see how it fits there. So I could actually afford to maybe space this out a bit more. What I can do is go back, change it, reposition it, and then save changes. But I'm quite happy to leave it like that for the time being. That's okay with me. So there are other things to the Facebook page that it's worth paying attention to. Have a look around. You've got any notifications up here, any messages, and particularly as a new page owner, you might want to check Insights, which tells you how people are actually treating your page, and it's a new addition to the new Facebook pages since the change on the 30th of March. It really encourages you to own how your Facebook page is being used by people and take a bit of responsibility and have a look at the analytics. So that's a great feature of the new Facebook pages. There are another couple of things that you might want to have a look at. At the top here you can see that I've got a little thumbnail, which is what this is called. If you're not happy with how this is positioned, then you can go down here, edit. There's a drop down menu that comes from edit profile picture, and you want to go to edit thumbnail, and you have a couple of options. You can either sort of drag and drop it so that it's showing the part that you're happy with, or you can scale it to fit so that it'll fit exactly. Then once you save that and update it, you'll see that the icon up here is perfectly loaded. This does not work to resize this one. If this doesn't look like it's fitting properly, it means that your profile picture is not perfectly square, and what you need to do is to edit the profile picture itself and re-upload it as a perfectly square image instead. So that's going to be it for this particular post. There is a lot more to talk about with Facebook and social media, how to encourage people to like. and produce content for your social media accounts. Now, if you did like this post, then please come and like us. On Facebook, we're facebook.com/FluidWebWorks. If you like this newsletter and you would like to see a bit more from us, then you can subscribe directly on the website, which is fluidwebworks.co.uk, or if you're on YouTube, then you can subscribe to our YouTube channel there, and all the links are included. So until next time, thank you for stopping by.